It's time for Medford Rogues baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues baseball. Here's the voice of the Rogues, Brian Schnee.
Final game of a 7-game homestand for your Medford Rogues as they take on the Portland Pickles tonight. The third game of a 3-game series. Brian Schnee with you here at Harry and David Field in Medford. Should be another great night for baseball. No clouds in the sky, nothing but sunshine, and a little bit of a breeze. Sounds pretty familiar for those of you that have been with us all season long. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Before we get to tonight's conversation with Jonathan Kerman down on the field, let's take a look at the Great West League standings as they appear before us tonight. A couple other games going on this evening as well. The Medford Rogues, 22-8, winners of 6 straight, 8-2 in their last 10. They lead the Great West League standings by 3.5 games at the very least. That's where the Lincoln Potters come into play at 8-11 overall. They've won 3 straight as well. In third place is Chico, 16-14, 6 games back of the Medford Rogues. In fourth place are the Portland Pickles, 13-16. They've lost the last 2 nights to the Medford Rogues. Marysville at 11-18, 10.5 games back is in fifth. And Yuba City is in sixth place in the Great West League, 8-21. They have lost 4 straight. Other games going on tonight, Marysville and Chico, and as well Lincoln and Yuba City. Those are 2 new series that will also continue tomorrow night. As the Medford Rogues hit the road tomorrow, they will be in Portland Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So last night, the Portland Pickles had the lead here at Harry and David Field. There were some late inning, I guess you could call it heroics. It wasn't really anything that boasted greatness for the Medford Rogues, rather that they just capitalized on a couple mistakes by the Pickles. Braden Stutzman was able to tie the ball game with an RBI single to right field. He was eventually driven in and became kind of that conversation piece towards the end of the game, was the player of the game last night. The Rogues scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Taylor Frost came in to finish things out for the Rogues in the 9th. Ultimately getting the win was Will Floyd, even though he allowed the runs in the top of the 8th inning that gave Portland the lead. 3 errors for the Pickles came into play, especially late. A missed fly ball in right field, which allowed the rally to keep going in the 8th inning, as the Rogues rattled off 10 hits and got the win last night, 6-5, after a more decisive Game 1 win. That was on Friday evening. The Rogues also swept Marysville and got a win against Lincoln on Monday. So just been a dynamite homestand for Medford, as again they hit the road tomorrow for the home-and-home series with the Portland Pickles, and they will be back in action tomorrow night at Walker Field. Jonathan Kerman is down on the field now with last night's starting pitcher, Peyton Fuller.
Thanks, Brian. I'm here with last night's starting pitcher, Peyton Fuller. Peyton, you went 6 2/3 inning. You struck out 4, gave up just 2 earned runs. What did you think was working for you last night?
My slider was working really well last night, and my fastball felt pretty good. I sprinkled in some change-ups, and really had 3 pitches working, so that was nice. And that helped me to get some strikeouts and get them to ground into some double plays, and it was good.
What has pitching coach Christian Coronado been working on with you this season?
Mostly my landing spot, because I've been striding too far open. So now that I've closed that off, I've been able to get more accurate and hit spots, and that's really been the biggest thing for me.
So looking back on your childhood, when did you first become a fan of baseball?
I grew up watching baseball. My dad was a New York Yankees fan, and we watched the Yankees almost every night when I was younger. So I'm a big Derek Jeter fan, and yeah, I love the Yankees.
When did you start pitching?
I started pitching when I was 5, 6 years old, pretty young. And yeah, my first time that I ever pitched, I came in with the bases loaded with no one out, and I struck out 3. That was the first time, so it was pretty cool. That was my start to pitching.
What would you say is your favorite baseball moment? We know you're a big Jeter fan. Was it his final hit? What was your favorite baseball moment, either in person or watching on TV?
Honestly, his 3000th hit when he hit the bomb. That I was watching that with my parents, and I remember that one that's the one that sticks out to me. Yeah.
Alrighty. Thanks so much, Peyton.
Yeah. Thank you.
Brian, back to you.
Jonathan, thank you. Thank you, Peyton. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop into one of the stores located on Ross Stanley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit NoFrillsFlooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. The Medford Rogues, again, 22-8 on a 6-game win streak, taking on the Portland Pickles tonight, who have dropped the last 2 games, the last 2 nights, and now are 13-16. We're going to step aside real quick as they take care of some lineups and the national anthem here at Harry and David Field. We are back with our version of the lineups and the opening pitch. It's game 3 of 3 between Portland and Medford, and the first pitch is coming up. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank. We put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit medfordrogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Game 3 of 3 between Medford and Portland tonight as the Pickles enter the evening at 13-16. The Rogues 22-8. Brian Schnee with you. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on medfordrogues.com. In the field tonight for the Rogues, and left Johnny De La Cruz. In center, Connor Lowry, and in right, Clay Valenzuela Reese. At third base tonight, Davis DeLorfis. At shortstop, Bryce Tilton. At second, Scotty Wright. And at first, Josh Berman. Eric Yang will catch for Dylan Pierce, the right-hander from Central Point, Oregon. Will play at Oregon State next year. We'll get you Dylan's numbers in just a moment. Here's the batting lineup for the Portland Pickles. Leading things off from Bellevue University, the third baseman, number 40, Colin Rubino. Batting in the 2 spot, the second baseman from Nebraska, number 6, Alex Henwood. Batting third, the shortstop from Portland, number 15, Daniel Lopez. Batting cleanup tonight, the first baseman from UCLA, number 24, Xander Clark. Batting fifth, the right fielder from UC Riverside, number 21, Matt Hardy. Batting sixth, the DH from Portland, number 17, Tate Budnick. Batting seventh, the catcher from Chico State, number 47, Tyler Stofield. Batting eighth, the left fielder from Northern Colorado College, number 26, Griffin Mueller. And batting ninth, the center fielder from Montana State Billings, number 3, Alec Lighton. Max Jones will pitch for the Pickles. We'll get you Jonesy's number in the bottom of the first inning. Dylan Pierce making his 6th start for the Medford Rogues this year. 2.54 earned run average, 2-0 on the year, 28 1/3 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts to 10 walks, 22 hits surrendered this year. Had a 10 strikeout game against the Pickles on June 13th in an 8-1 win. Here's the first pitch from Dylan Pierce. A fastball at the knees for a strike, and we are underway. Rubino is a .231 hitter. Here's the 0-1. Slider outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Here's a 2-1 from Dylan Pierce. Fastball, swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2. Eric Yang behind home plate for the Medford Rogues. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away as the count remains 2-2. Ed Rye behind home plate tonight for the Rogues. And the Pickles here, as Alex Chavez is in the field. 2 umpires tonight. The 2-2 pitch. Up and in, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nice to have you all with us live here on MedfordRogues.com. We are in Portland tomorrow night. The 3-2, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Rubino as Alex Henwood will step in.
Stepping up to the plate for the Pickles, second baseman Alex Henwood.
Henwood will step in the left-handed batter's box. A .368 average. 1 for 4 last night with a double and 2 runs. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Rubino at first base. Has 3 stolen bases this year. Pierce from the stretch, the 1-0. It's going to get by Eric Yang. It's now 2-0 and a runner on second base for the Portland Pickles. No out in the top of the first inning. Daniel Lopez on deck for the Portland Pickles. Count is 2-0 with no outs. Pierce looks at second, goes to the plate. Late on the fastball, fouling it away is Henwood. Count is 2-1. Pierce throws to second and stumbled a little bit coming off the mound. Ball was bounced over to second base, kept in front by Bryce Tilton, the shortstop. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside 3-1. No score, top 1, 3-1 count to Henwood with a runner on second and no outs. The 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Dylan Pierce. We'll draw a conversation from Eric Yang.
Stepping up to the plate, shortstop Daniel Lopez.
So Daniel Lopez will step in for the Pickles. .258 average, 25 hits, 23 runs rather, and 15 RBI, second most on the team. Third most behind Xander Clark and Joey Cooper. Runners on first and second, no outs. Here's the pitch to Lopez, called strike. He squared bunt, pulled back, didn't offer. But the fastball was in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bunt laid down to the left side. Bare hand on the throw to first from Davis DeLorfis for out number 1. Runners go to now second and third. And with 1 out, this will bring up Xander Clark.
Stepping up to the plate for the Pickles, first baseman Xander Clark.
One out, Clark steps in. Pierce deals a first pitch curveball in there for a strike. Clark is hitting .549 through 12 games, 28 hits, 15 runs, 7 home runs to lead the entire league with 25 RBI. The 0-1, up and out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark, a product of UCLA. 6'6", 220 from Newbury Park, California. Here's the 1-1, and he plunked him. So the bases are loaded for Matt Hardy. Shaky first inning here for Dylan Pierce, but I got to say, if you're Dylan Pierce, hitting Xander Clark isn't the worst thing here. Now you get to force at any base, but you have last year's home run derby winner, Matt Hardy, at the plate. So pick your poison. If you're Dylan Pierce, the Pickles middle part of the lineup swings a powerful bat. And now you got to throw strikes. First pitch to Hardy's outside and low, and the count is 1-0. Bases loaded, 1 out, top 1, no score. Rubino at third, Henwood at second, and Clark at first. Here's the 1-0. Low as well, 2 balls, no strikes. Pierce gets a sign from Eric Yang and deals the 2-0. Fouled away, 2-1. Little breeze here again tonight. That's a welcomed breeze, though. Temperatures hitting the low 90s today here in Southern Oregon. Some fans taking advantage of the cold beverages down there. As Hardy hits one on the ground to the right side. They'll get one at second. Tilton fires to first, and he throws it away. Gets by Berman. 1 run scores. Another one will score. Going to be an error at some point on the fielder's choice as well as an RBI, however, for Hardy. 2-run score. And Portland leads 2-0 with 2 out in the top of the first.
Stepping up to the plate for Portland, designated hitter Tate Budnick.
Who got the error? E6, thank you.
So both Rubino and Henwood score. Clark thrown out at second. Hardy at first. And no one else on. 2 outs and a 2-0 lead for the Portland Pickles. Pierce got the ground ball he needed, just thrown away by Tilton. 2 balls, no strikes now to Tate Budnick, the designated hitter. Budnick, a .375 average, 9 hits, 5 runs, 24 at-bats on the year. Here's the 2-0. Chops it foul, and the count is 2-1. The 2-1 from Dylan Pierce. Fastball just low and out. 3 balls and a strike. Pierce comes to his set. He's got Budnick at the plate. Checks on Hardy at first. So Pierce has walked 2, hit a batter. Hit high to deep right center field as Connor Lowry goes over to the 407 light post and makes the catch. 2 runs come in the top of the first. We are heading to the bottom half of the first inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Mueller in left, Lighton in center, Hardy in right for the Pickles. Rubino at third, Lopez at short, Henwood at second, Clark at first. Stofield behind home plate. Max Jones, the left-hander for the Portland Pickles, out there to deal against the Rogues tonight. Jones making his sixth start. 3.03 earned run average, 1-1 on the year. 21 strikeouts to 7 walks. 10 earned runs, 31 hits allowed in 29 2/3 innings. 2-0 lead for Portland here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the starting batting lineup for your Medford Rogues. Leading things off at third base from Utah, number 18, Davis DeLorfis. In the 2 spot, the right fielder from Campbellsville University, number 13, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting third tonight, the designated hitter from Utah, number 24, Alex Isola. Batting cleanup, the left fielder from Louisiana Monroe, number 2, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting fifth, the catcher from UC Santa Barbara, number 36, Eric Yang. Batting sixth, the center fielder from Blackhawk Junior College, number 10, Connor Lowry. Batting seventh, the first baseman from Clark College, number 7, Josh Berman. Batting eighth, the second baseman from Colorado Christian University, number 8, Scotty Wright. And batting ninth, the shortstop from Western Oregon University, number 1, Bryce Tilton. Davis DeLorfis will step in, a 10-game hitting streak for DeLorfis. On the line here tonight, as the Rogues trail 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Jones, the left-hander, deals a first pitch fastball for a strike. Jones has pitched against the Rogues this season. As DeLorfis lifts one to shallow center field. Coming in is the center fielder, Lighton, but it's going to drop in front. A base hit for Davis DeLorfis on a bloop single. So Max Jones pitched against the Rogues on June 14th back here at Harry and David Field. A no decision, 5 2/3 innings, surrendering 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, faced 27 hitters. Also pitched against the Rogues last season for the Pickles. Clay Valenzuela-Reese will step in. Davis DeLorfis at first, no outs, bottom 1, Rogues down 2-0. Thanks to all of you for joining us live at MedfordRogues.com tonight. Little Sunday night baseball for you, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. Jones goes to the plate. Clay hits it right back to Jones, who will fire to second for 1, fire to first for 2. Double play for the Pickles. So now 2 outs for Alex Isola. 1-6-3.
Now batting, your Rogues designated hitter, Alex Isola.
Isola, 330 average, 30 hits, 20 runs, 3 home runs, 24 RBI. Jones deals the 1-0. Isola swings, lifts it to right field, going towards the line, and a catch made by the right fielder. Matt Hardy going towards the fence in fair territory for the out. So the Rogues go down in order in the first. They trail 2-0. We'll go to the top of the second inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Top of the second inning. 7-8-9 for Portland. Tyler Stofield lead things off. Fouls away the first pitch from Dylan Pierce. A 2-0 lead for Portland here at Harry and David Field in Medford. Pickles have lost the last two nights. The Rogues on a 6-game winning streak. And they trail 2-0. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Dylan Pierce. Up and in, 1-1. So Pierce walked two, hit a batter. And there was an error in the first inning as well for the Rogues, which allowed 2 runs to come home. Count is 2-1 to Tyler Stofield. The pitch. Just low, 3 balls and a strike. Stofield, a .214 hitter. Just his 7th game played in for the Pickles tonight. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Inside for ball 4. 3 walks for Dylan Pierce. Tough zone already. And you know what? I don't blame him. Rogues want to know where that pitch is. And, hey, if we're going to be here all night, well, we're going to be here all night because that's a tight zone. There's a written warning for the Medford Rogues as Ed Rye is chirping back and forth with, I would assume, Josh Hogan. So there's a runner at first for the Pickles, no outs, as Dylan Pierce is a guy that lives around the plate. I understand a hit batsman and all, but the numbers kind of speak for themselves. At least a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. I mean, you'd love it even more than that. The bunt laid down, but it's foul off the bat of Griffin Mueller, and the count is 0-1. So now the third walk for Pierce. As a runner at first, count 0-1 to the 8-hitter Mueller. .234 average. 11 hits on the year. 5 RBI. Mueller puts it to right as Clay Valenzuela-Reese ranges towards the line and makes the catch. Mueller retired, Stofield at first. Alec Layton steps in, the center fielder for the Pickles. 1 away, Pierce from the set. Swing and a miss. Count 0-1. No hits for Portland so far tonight. Runners have been all over, though. Here's the 0-1. Fastball fouled away.
Ooh, that one's going to leave a mark.
So the count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Rogues would like to thank our friends at Avista. Serving Medford since 1906, Avista has created opportunities, sparked imaginations, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are committed as ever to helping the communities they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rather, 1-2 on the pitch in the dirt. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the 9-hitter, Alec Layton, for the Portland Pickles. 1 out, a runner at first. Pickles on top 2-0. They got the runs in the top of the first. Here's the 1-2. Outside 2-2. Curveball swung on and missed.
I cannot hit curveball.
And that's out number 2.
Now batting for Portland, third baseman Colin Rubino.
Leadoff hitter Colin Rubino steps in. First pitch, plunks Rubino. Off speed, but nonetheless, second hit batsman for Dylan Pierce. Runners on first and second.
Batting for Portland, second baseman Alex Henwood.
So Henwood steps in, having walked in the first. Both Rubino and Henwood scored. Runners on first and second with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Pierce checks over at second. Back in time is Rubino. Rather, Stofield, the lead runner who walked to start the second inning. So Stofield and Rubino on the bases for Henwood, the 2-batter in the lineup. Pierce goes to the plate. Inside 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, lifted foul down the left side, and the count is 1-1. Pierce comes to his set, glances at second, goes to the plate. The 1-1 is belted into right center. Picked up by the center fielder Connor Lowry, fired into the plate. But a run's going to score, and the Pickles take a 3-0 lead. RBI single from Alex Henwood. Scores Tyler Stofield from second. Runners on first and second now for the Pickles, with 2 outs and a 3-0 lead in the top of the second inning. Pierce goes to the plate. First pitch is a fastball to Daniel Lopez. Pierce gets the sign from Yang, the 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Hit hard to the left side and foul by Daniel Lopez, and the count is 1-2. Lopez laid down a sac bunt in the first inning to move the runners over. He was thrown out at first. Count is 1-2. Lopez swings and misses. First strike, 3. 2 outs in the inning. A hit and a run for Portland. Now they lead 3-0. We go to the bottom of the second as the Medford Rogues will have 4, 5, and 6 in their batting lineup to the plate. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Johnny De La Cruz, Eric Yang, Connor Lowry, 4-5-6 for the Rogues. And the bottom of the second inning. First pitch from Max Jones to the right-handed hitter De La Cruz is in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Jones from the stretch deals the 0-1 pitch as De La Cruz fans at it. Count is 0-2. De La Cruz, a .306 hitter, 20 hits, 23 runs. The 0-2 pitch, outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 21 walks this year for De La Cruz. The 1-2, outside and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch, also in the dirt, and the count is 3-2. The Rogues are on the road for the next 3 nights, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Portland. Back here Friday night for Red Cross Blood Drive, and of course baseball against the Lincoln Potters. The 3-2 pitch is hit on the ground to the right side as Alex Henwood, the second baseman, scoops up and fires to first for the out. Eric Yang will step in.
Your Medford Rogues catcher, Eric Yang.
Yang, a freshman out of West Hills, California. Played 1 season at UC Santa Barbara. .372 average. Has hit safely in his last 4 games. First pitch out of the zone, 1-0. Jones deals the 1-0. Fastball, outside corner, 1-1. Connor Lowry on deck for the Rogues. The 1-1 pitch. Low and in, 2 balls and a strike. No one on, 1 out, bottom 2. Rogues down 3-0. Here at Harry and David Field, the 2-1. Called strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 from Jones. Yang laces one onto the grass berm down the right side, and it's foul. Tonight was our final Fred Meyer Family Fun Sunday here at the ballpark. Thanks to Fred Meyer, they offered Rogues fans specially priced family ticket packages for each Sunday home game. Go check them out. 3 local Rogue Valley locations. Visit your local Fred Meyer store today. Yang hits one to right. It's dropped by the right fielder. Yang rounding second, going to try for 3. He slides in safely. 1 out. And Eric Yang stretching to third base on a baseball hit to deep right field. Appeared to be a routine grab for Matt Hardy, but maybe he lost it in the sunshine. Tough spot on the right side of the field as Eric Yang gets over to third base on the error by the right fielder. For Connor Lowry to step in. Lowry with 26 RBI, tied with Davis DeLorfis, his teammate, for the most in the league. First pitch to Lowry, a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, no balls, 2 strikes. Lowry, a .357 hitter. 29 hits on the season. Here's the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. Kept in front by Stofield. And the count is 1-2. 1 out, Rogues down 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Eric Yang at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Connor Lowry. Here's the pitch from Jones. Lowry swings and misses for out number 2. Josh Berman will step up.
Stepping up to the plate, your Rogues first baseman, Josh Berman.
Two outs for Josh Berman. 18 hits on the year with 16 RBI for tonight's first baseman. Berman sees the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Berman played his college ball last year at Clark Community College, a local guy from Medford. Has the count at 1-1. Eric Yang at third, 2 outs. Rogues down 3-0. Jones delivers the 1-1. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. So De La Cruz grounded out. Eric Yang popped one to deep right, but it was dropped by Matt Hardy in right field. Here's the 2-1. Kept in front by Stofield. 3 balls and a strike. We are back with you tomorrow night. Jonathan Kerman has the call Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Portland as the Rogues are on the road. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Jones. Checked by Berman, got a piece, and the count is 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third is Eric Yang. Rogues down 3-0. Berman swings and misses for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Max Jones as he gets out of a jam having Eric Yang at third base after an error. So the Pickles lead 3-0 after 2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Pickles on top, 3-0. Top of the third inning. Xander Clark will step in, the first baseman for the Portland Pickles, as Dylan Pierce hit Clark, giving him a free base in the first. 2 runs in the first for Portland, 1 in the third, rather 1 in the second. Here in the top of the third, the 4-hitter in the lineup for the Portland Pickles has the 1-0 count. Now low and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, 2 balls and a strike. Rogues down 3-0, both teams with 1 hit and 1 error. Big swing by Clark, and the count is 2-2. Pierce had a little giddy up there on that fastball as Clark took a big swing. Here's the 2-2 from Dylan Pierce. Fouled back. No outs, top 3. Pierce gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the 2-2. Hit hard to the left side, but foul. Two games against Lincoln Friday and Saturday back here at Harry and David Field. And off on the road again are the Rogues. So quick series in Portland for 3, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then a longer road trip for Medford after Saturday. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Pierce. Up and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Matt Hardy on deck. Had an RBI in the first. Here's the 3-2. Clark hits it high to shallow left center. Connor Lowry calls everyone off, makes the catch for out number 1.
Portland right fielder Matt Hardy stepping up to the plate.
Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, separate family dining side of the restaurant, even delivery. Check out the website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's. First pitch to Hardy from Pierce. Fastball on the outside corner. And the count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Count no balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, top 3, no one on. 3-0 lead for the Pickles. Portland had the lead last night. The Rogues got the runs late. Now 1-2. The 1-2 fouled away. Pretty still here at Harry and David Field on a Sunday night. Rogues have yet to really been able to put together a good inning. Max Jones has mixed it up pretty good. And here's the 1-2 from Dylan Pierce. Curveball, strike 3. This will bring up Tate Budnick. 3rd strikeout tonight for Dylan Pierce. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of Rogues baseball and the local community. Our friends at RCU are striking out hunger, so Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes out a player from the opposing team. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. First pitch fastball to Budnick. Count 0-1. Outside 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs, no one on. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball running at the eyes of Budnick. And the count is now 2-2 with 2 outs. The pitch from Pierce. Fastball outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rogues trail 3-0. Top three, no one on. 3-2 pitch. Lifted to right center field. Connor Lowry calls off Clay Valenzuela-Reese and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Rogues in the top of the third. We will return to the bottom half as the Rogues trail 3-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Bottom of the third inning, Rogues trailing 3-0. Brian Schnee with you here live on MedfordRogues.com. Scotty Wright steps in, fouls away the first pitch, and the count is 0-1. Got a special guest with me here in the booth for the bottom half of the third. Todd DeLorfis is in the house, and always good to have the family tie here in the press box. So thanks for joining me. How are you tonight?
Happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've been able to watch a ton of baseball as Scotty Wright rips one to left field. As it bounces off the wall, it's going to be a stand-up double for the Rogues to lead off the bottom of the third. You've seen a lot of baseball, this team. What do you like about the Rogues? I mean, you've seen all these guys.
Well, they play hard, that's for sure. Coach Hogan's created a great climate. The culture is fantastic. The boys play hard, good energy. They're having fun, and I guess when you're winning, it's always a little more fun. But, yeah, it's a good group, good network.
Good tradition here in Medford, a winning tradition, especially the last couple of years, a 40-win season last year. So the Rogues well on their way.
Yeah, they should do that again this year, huh?
Yeah, well, it's looking like it. Math is on our side right now. Bryce Tilton steps in. Scotty Wright at second. Tilton's going to lay down the bunt, pulls it back, called strike. And the count is 0-1. No outs, bottom three, Rogues trailing 3-0. So we've got 2 Utes on the roster currently, one of them being your son. Right. Davis having a good experience here so far?
He's loving it. Yeah, he loves Medford. He's his host family, Lanny and Laura, have been fantastic. Opened him with foul ball. Been very hospitable and taking great care of him. And, yeah, the teammates, you name it. It's been great.
Tilton,
nothing but positives.
Tilton tries to lay down the bunt. The count is 0-2. No outs, and Scotty Wright over at second base. So you've been able to travel around a little bit. I know you were telling me just before we popped on here a couple of the ballparks you've been to. Obviously, Harry and David Field is a different ballpark than almost every other in the league. But what's that experience been like for you, kind of been able to follow the team everywhere they go?
Well, it's been neat to see the different venues. And I'll tell you, this is the most special by far, and I don't say that just because it's ours. But we've been to Marysville, and that's was built, I think, in the mid-'50s, and a historic place. And we enjoyed the games there. Went to Lincoln for a game. I think we were in Marysville for probably 5 or 6 games already this year. And this is, I think, my 6th game here. Came up when we dropped Davis off a month ago and been here all weekend.
So Tilton lines out to the shortstop. Scotty Wright gets back to second. Top of the lineup for the Rogues is Davis DeLorfis. So here we go. First pitch to Davis. Called strike, count 0-1. Your son riding an 11-game hit streak.
Is that right?
Was able to drop one in to start the ball game in the first, a blooper to center, and has been swinging a hot bat.
I don't watch the numbers too closely.
Well, that's my job. I'll stay with that. Next
I
pitch
just try
outside.
to encourage him to, every day is a new day and go do your best and be selective at the plate and make good swings and hit it hard.
Count 1-1, and I was talking to Davis. He's obviously coming back from an injury that kept him out quite some time last year, and everything kind of feeling better, you think? Is he on the right track?
He said he feels great, yeah.
Puts it on the ground, a 2-bouncer to the shortstop, hustling down the line. It's going to pull off the first baseman, and going to be an error on the shortstop, Daniel Lopez. So moving down the line, Davis is now at first with Scotty Wright at third. One away. Rogues trailing 3-0, but heart of the lineup coming up. Not the best hit ball, but getting out there.
Yeah. No, it wasn't hit hard, but he's on, I guess, right?
Well, we've seen I've been fortunate to see, I think, all 3 home runs this year. So I've seen that. I've seen, 3, maybe 4 triples. So I've seen the hard hit baseballs.
Good.
Runners on the corners for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Sounds like he broke the bat. Hit hard to the right side. The second baseman bobbles, can't get the runner at second. Settles for 1, but Clay Valenzuela-Reese drives in Scotty Wright. The Rogues are on the board, trailing 3-1.
Amen. This guy's tricky. He keeps him off balance. A lot of off-speed stuff. I haven't been able to time him up with the exception of Wright. He put a good swing on it.
So Alex Isola steps in. You were mentioning a little bit kind of what you've been saying to Davis. Over the years, what's the conversation, father-son, baseball growing up? What are those conversations like?
Early on, of course, I tried to coach him and tell him more than I probably should have, and made him think too much, like a typical father does. Ooh, good effort.
A base hit on the infield single for Alex Isola. A tough play to be made over at first, and another run is going to score for the Rogues. How about this?
Yeah, it's happening.
We've seen it happen all season long. Huh? So Johnny De La Cruz will step in. It's already a 3-2 ball game. I got to keep you up here all night.
Yeah,
that's how this works.
Until we bring a W.
The positive jinx. Todd DeLorphis here in the booth with me. As the Rogues have gotten 2 across here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Johnny De La Cruz swings at the first pitch, up the middle, flip to second by the shortstop, Daniel Lopez, for out number 3. Couple hits in the inning, however, as the Rogues got 2 runs across. What else is up? Davis is excited, obviously, about next year. We got a tight ball game here. Are you going to be in town? Are you going to go to Portland?
We're going to go to Portland. We're going to follow you guys up there tomorrow and stay for 2 games, and I'll return home on Wednesday to work. But, so it's been a nice vacation.
Were you able to get out to the University of Utah and watch any baseball this year?
We made one series against Washington State. With him not playing, we didn't make it out nearly as much as we would have expected, but plan to over the coming years. So,
is it nice to watch this brand of baseball? Because you got guys from junior college, you got guys from D1, D2, D3, NAI, you name it. You get all sorts of walks of life coming together. I mean, what do you see as someone who's watched a lot of baseball over the years and now has a son playing at perhaps the highest level of baseball?
Well, it's a treat. They're all good ball players, and I tell you, they play hard because they all have the same aspiration of playing professionally. So they take it seriously and play their hearts out, and it shows on the field.
Well, Dylan Pierce out there is the right-handed pitcher for the Medford Rogues. Will be back out there for the top of the 4th inning. Davis has kind of played everywhere almost. I mean, he plays a lot on the left side of the infield, shortstop and third. Is there a position that he grew up playing specifically?
He was a pitcher shortstop, and last summer with Utah Marshals, he saw a little bit of time at second base and third, but primarily shortstop. And this summer he's played a lot at third, as you know, and he likes it. I think something different, so it's fun for him. I think we all like, a little variety and something different.
When did he stop pitching?
High school.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He likes to think that he still can, but I think he's better served as a hitter and on the field. Couple
hits for the Rogues in the bottom of the 3rd. So we're going to keep you with us here for the top of the 4th. I mean, we had a 1-2-3 in the top of the 3rd, but it worked out pretty good for us. So we'll keep you here for the top of the 4th. First pitch swung on by Stofield over to the second baseman. And that's Scotty Wright able to make the play over at first. 1 pitch, 1 out. We'll keep you.
Perfect.
So who's been your travel partner here all summer long?
My wife. My partner always, her name's Janelle, and she's a baseball enthusiast and loves to watch her son play as I do. And in addition to her this weekend, my sister Dawn and her family from Eugene came down.
Very nice.
And they're here to support, and they're at the game again tonight as they were last night. And I got to have a shout out to my mom, Nani and Papa, because they would listen to every game, and if she knew how to text in or Twitter in and participate, she'd be doing it right now.
There you go. The name is out there now.
She loves listening.
Very good. The 2-0 pitch to Mueller. Outside corner called strike. 1 out, top 4. Count is 2-1. Rogues trailing 3-2. Got 2 runs back in the bottom of the 3rd. No one on here in the top of the 4th inning. The 2-1 pitch lifted foul down the right side. And the count is 2-2. Brian Schnee with you here live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Nice to have some of the family members on. We don't get to do this much, so this is pretty cool. Todd DeLorfis is hanging out with me here for the bottom of the 3rd and now the top of the 4th inning. The 2-2 pitch fouled away. So where are you guys originally from?
Fairfield, California.
All right. So the warm weather, you're no stranger to this.
No. This is pretty much what we live in all summer. We have nice.
Pierce mixes up the bender and gets his 4th strikeout tonight.
He settled in nicely.
Second via the variety of looking, 2 swinging strikeouts for Pierce as well. So settling in, had a tougher time in the first, getting some called strikes as well. Was a little tight early.
Yeah, looked tight from my vantage point.
Yeah, I got a good one from up here.
Yeah.
I can't miss. I'm not high enough where I can't tell height level.
There we go.
And a blooper to shallow center. Connor Lowry tracks it down. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Thanks,
man.
Brian.
Enjoy the rest of the game. Thanks for popping up.
You bet.
We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2. Medford Rogues trailing by 1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Back here for the bottom half of the 4th in just a minute. Here, bottom of the 4th inning, Eric Yang steps up and swings at the first pitch. He sees from Max Jones and hits it up the middle, but a nice play from the shortstop, Daniel Lopez, to get 1 pitch and 1 out. Connor Lowry steps in. Rogues trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nice to have you back here with us live on MedfordRogues.com. So 3-2 in favor of the Portland Pickles. Lowry swings at the first pitch, fouling it away. Count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Connor Lowry, inside, 1-1. Beautiful night for baseball here at Harry and David Field. And some fans taking advantage. Here's the 1-1. Outside corner strike. Rogue Regency Inn & Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency is a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues, also the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn & Suites. Count is now 2-2 to Connor Lowry. 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch from the left-hander. Lowry hits it to right field. Heading towards the line, and just foul. Bounced in front of the foul pole and out of the ballpark. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lowry struck out in the second. Rogues chipped away just a little bit in the bottom of the third, got 2 runs across. A unique variety. I mean, Scotty Wright had a double to lead things off. Bryce Tilton lined out. Davis DeLorfis got on with an error. That moved Scotty Wright to third base. Clay Valenzuela-Reese got an RBI, which moved Davis DeLorfis over, but was thrown out at first, so that was 2 outs. Alex Isola reached on an error and scored another runner. As Lowry chops one to the shortstop, it's thrown away. As Connor Lowry gets to first with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Tough play for the shortstop. Daniel Lopez would go all the way to the deepest part of the left side of the infield, make a good throw. And going to be yet another error on the shortstop, Daniel Lopez. Josh Berman steps in. Berman struck out to end the second inning. So Jones has a runner at first to worry about. That's Connor Lowry. Here's the 2-2. Rather, it was the 2-2 for Connor Lowry. BG Gold will always confuse me. He gets me there. Count 1-0. I look down to make sure my scorebook is correct, and I'm up staring at the scoreboard in left field. So the count is 1-0. Berman hits it to the left side. Going to get through for a base hit. Runners on first and second now, with 1 out for Scotty Wright.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, second baseman Scotty Wright.
So Scotty Wright steps in at a double in the last inning, came around and scored the first run for the Medford Rogues. Now he's got runners on first and second. Jones comes to his set, goes to the plate. First pitch, inside, 1-0. So Portland is on top here, 3-2. In Marysville, California, Yuba City is leading Lincoln 6-0 in the top of the sixth. And we're scoreless between Marysville and Chico in the second inning. Scotty Wright hits one deep, tailing towards the left field line. It is gone. Right over the Powerball jackpot sign, and Scotty Wright hits the jackpot with a 3-run home run. The Rogues take the 5-3 lead. What a night for Scotty Wright. A double and a run scored. Now a 3-run jack. Lowry and Berman score as the Rogues take the lead. Heroes is a new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Come give us a try. Eat like a hero today. Bryce Tilton steps in. Bases clearing, a home run down the left field line for Scotty Wright. As the Rogues take advantage, that is Wright's first home run of the summer and the 13th for Medford Rogues hitters through 30 games. Next pitch outside, count is 1-1. No one on. The 1-1 pitch. Tilton puts it on the ground to the right side. Second baseman slips, throws it to the first baseman, which pulls him off the bag. And Bryce Tilton reaches on an error by the second baseman.
Your Rogues third baseman, Davis DeLorfis.
You know, Portland looked really good in the first 2 innings. Then the errors started building up. Jones has thrown the baseball well. Obviously a mistake there to Scotty Wright, who is a very good hitter and has yet to really be able to flex the muscles. But he did it at Colorado Christian. The numbers are definitely there. Off and running is Tilton. Heading down to second, he slides in safely. Stolen base for Bryce Tilton. Fourth stolen base of the year for Bryce Tilton puts him in scoring position. The count is 1-0 to Davis DeLorfis as the Rogues lead 5-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Home run from Scotty Wright after Connor Lowry reached down an error. A single from Josh Berman through the left side, and then Wright took him deep. Now DeLorfis with a good poke to left field. The center fielder heads over to left center to make the catch for out number 2.
Now stepping
Clay
up to the
Valenzuela
plate,
Reese will
Rogues
step in.
Right fielder Clay Valenzuela Reese.
In the right-handed batter's box, Valenzuela Reese 0 for 2. Runner at second is Bryce Tilton. The pitch, inside corner strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch, fouled away. Jones comes set as the count at 0-2. 2 outs. Runner at second is Bryce Tilton. 5-3 lead for Medford. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count 1-2, 2 outs. Bottom 4. Jones deals. Valenzuela Reese hits it on 2 bounces to the third baseman, bodied it, and throws to first in time. Out number 3. 3 runs on 2 hits as the Rogues take the lead on a 3-run shot from Scotty Wright down the left field line. And it's a 5-3 lead for Medford after 4. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Top of the 5th inning for Dylan Pierce and the Medford Rogues, as they got a little run support in the bottom of the 4th. Rogues on top now 5-3 on 5 hits. 4 errors for Portland tonight has allowed the Rogues to capitalize in the 3rd and 4th innings. 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. And here's the 1-0 now from Dylan Pierce to Colin Rubino. Called strike, count 1-1. Brian Schnee with you here live on MedfordRogues.com. Thanks to Todd DeLorfis, Davis DeLorfis' father. Coming up, chatting baseball will be for the bottom of the 3rd, top of the 4th. And then the Rogues turned it on with a Scotty Wright 3-run blast. Now, Scotty hit .376 at Colorado Christian this past year. 40 games played, 37 RBI, had 3 home runs in his college summer as well. First for the Medford Rogues here in summer 2017 in Great West League play. Here's the 3-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So Rubino has been walked, he's been hit, he's been walked. Medford Mustangs down in Fairfield, California, got a 4-3 win over Petaluma today. They play the winner of Yakima and Mendocino tomorrow at 10 a.m. The Medford Mustangs AAA American Legion program plays right here at Harry and David Field. Quite the successful program as well. A couple former Mustangs on the Medford Rogues, including Jordan Reagan. First pitch from Henwood is hit deep to left, but Johnny De La Cruz is there to make the catch for out number 1. Daniel Lopez will step in. Rogues leading 5-3. Big inning.
Shortstop Daniel Lopez
came in the bottom of the 4th on a 3-run home run for Scotty Wright. Pierce lets it fly. Outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Mary's Barbecue, tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. Easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow them on Facebook or marysbbqplace.com. Called strike, count 2-1 to Daniel Lopez. Sacrifice bunt thrown out. And a strikeout for Lopez. 4 strikeouts for Dylan Pierce. He's thrown about 83 pitches. Here's the 2-1. Fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rogues are back in action tomorrow night, except they are on the road at Walker Field in Portland. Jonathan Kerman has the call tomorrow night. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in Portland. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hope to see some of you there as well. If you're going to be in Portland, make sure you head on over to Jonathan wherever he might be sitting. We actually have no idea where Jonathan Kerman is going to be broadcasting from. Maybe center field. Maybe we'll throw him 410 away. Lopez walks. You know what? Kerman should call a game like I had to once in college. I was probably about 550 feet away from home plate, down the right field line on the back porch of a football press box at Westfield State University outside Springfield, Massachusetts. That was a peach. Jeff Lyle going to come out and chat with Dylan Pierce. Christian Coronado not in town tonight. Jeff Lyle out there doing his duty. How about the pitching coach? Being a pitching coach. Gotta love this. Out there chatting to Dylan Pierce, asking him where he wants to go for dinner after the game. Runners on first and second for the Portland Pickles. You know, Pierce has worked out of almost every single jam. Experienced, to say the very least. Going to go to Oregon State next year and play baseball. So we're excited to see what Dylan's future holds with the Beavers. I know our very own BG Gould will be excited. He gets to root for Dylan Pierce as a Beaver. Going to have probably a Dylan Pierce jersey. It's going to be signed. It's going to be legal. You name it. It'll be cool. Well, That thought killed our time for conversation with Jeff Lyle, so get back to baseball. I almost started you singing, with a little Scorpion as I pick up a bat here in the press box. That's something you don't want to hear back home. Well, this will be a fun matchup. Runners on first and second with one out, and the batter is Xander Clark. Pierce won the battle last time, getting a fly out from Clark. First pitch to Xander is up and in. Count is 1-0. One out here in the top of the fifth inning. Just one hit for Portland. Runners on base have been via walk or hit batsman or an error. Pretty much all night long. Next pitch outside, 2-0. Infield at regular depth. Berman not holding on the runner at first. The 2-0 pitch. Great spot on the fastball. It's probably where you want to live. Outside knees. And the count is 2-1. One out. Runners on first and second. 5-3 lead for the Rogues. Here's the pitch. Pierce fell off the mound quite literally as the baseball is in the dirt. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Pierce. Hit high to the right side, shallow right field. Going towards the line is Clay Valenzuela-Reese, makes the catch for out number 2. Great track on the fly ball by Valenzuela-Reese, who I don't believe has played in right field all year, and got the start out there tonight. 2 outs, runners on second and first and second rather, for Matt Hardy, who struck out in the third inning. Pierce at 90 pitches now, with 2 outs in the top of the fifth. The pitch, fouled away, count 0-1. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local homeland experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Rogues lead 5-3. The 0-1. Fastball, called strike, count 0-2. Lopez got on with a walk. Rubino got on with a walk. Pierce has issued 5 walks to 4 strikeouts. Definitely the opposite of the typical number. But here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 5th strikeout for Dylan Pierce through 5 innings. Rogues on top 5-3. 2 runners stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Back here in the bottom of the fifth inning, Alex Isola steps in for the Medford Rogues. Rogues on top 5-3. Isola lifts one to shallow right field. Hardy comes in for the catch. Out number 1. Johnny De La Cruz will step in. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. The large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices. No Frills Flooring wants to help you with your project. Stop at one of the stores located on Rosanley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit NoFrillsFlooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. De La Cruz fouls away the first pitch. 0 for 2 tonight. Hottest hitter by far for the Medford Rogues, Scotty Wright. Double and a home run. 2 for 2 with 3 RBI, 2 runs scored. Next pitch inside, count is 2-1. Here's the pitch from Jones. Low and in. 1 out, no one on. Hit to the left side. Friendly bounce for the shortstop, fired to first for the out.
Now stepping up.
And there's 2 outs for Eric Yang.
Eric Yang.
Also a quiet night for Eric Yang, 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on an error. Actually got to third base, but grounded out in the 4th. First pitch inside to Yang, 1-0. Hit to the left side. A nice diving stop by the third baseman. What a play by Colin Rubino. Full extension onto the chalk past the third base. And he had enough time to get up, set, and throw to first. And he threw a perfect strike to Xander Clark at first base. What a play by Colin Rubino. 1-2-3 to end the 5th. Rogues on top 5-3. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. Top 6 up next. Left-hander Connor Kanishi takes over for the Medford Rogues. In the top of the 6th inning, Kanishi is making his 3rd appearance of the year, his first out of the pen. He's gone in 6 2/3 innings with a 10.80 earned run average, 8 earned runs, 11 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 6 walks. He's 0-1 on the year. 2 balls, no strikes, the quick count to Tate Budnick.
Here's my pen.
The 2-0. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes. You know, Jonathan Kerman wears so many hats here at the ballpark. And he's a terrible pen stealer. I mean, in terms of, if that was a strength, he'd be great at it, but it's not. But he's got many strengths, including the live stats tonight, so make sure you check out the link to follow along with Jonathan's great work. We're going to get those pictures up there for you, I promise. I know we were asked about them last night. We'll get you those headshots up there. They exist. I don't know where they are, but they exist. Ball 4 to Tate Budnick. So a 4-pitch walk from Connor Kanishi as Tyler Stofield steps in with no out and runner on first, being Budnick after the walk. 0 for 1 tonight with a run scored is Stofield. He had a walk in the 2nd inning. Dylan Pierce went 5 innings. 2 earned runs allowed, just 1 hit, but 5 walks. That's the big number for Pierce tonight, 5 strikeouts. Next pitch outside, 2-0. The 2-0 from Kanishi. Outside corner strike. 2-1. Rogues lead 5-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. 5 hits for Medford, just 1 error. 4 errors for Portland tonight, just 1 hit. Kanishi. This one just outside, 3-1. The fans letting him hear it. Consistency has not been the name of the game tonight for the gentleman wearing the black tops out there. Heck, I don't know if we've seen it all year long, but hey, the 3-1. Called strike, 3-2. Human nature, gotta love it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kanishi deals. Low, ball 4. Unless they gave him strike 3, they rung him up. So he's thrown out. How about that? I just assumed because that has been called the ball almost all night. Kanishi got a strikeout, and Eric Yang throws him out at second. It looks so casual. So Tyler Stofield strikes out, and Budnick gets thrown out, thinking that it was ball 4. I mean, I agree there wasn't like an emphatic punch-out or anything, but hey, I guess it works. 2 outs for Griffin Mueller. I had a feeling that after that we would have some sort of chirpiness from the Pickles, and that's the case, so we're going to document the situation. We've got a lot of documentation tonight. It's like we're at the DMV. Just a lot of paperwork. You know, we're in a digital era. I don't know why. I don't know why we're still writing things down. So there's 2 outs, no one on. Connor Kanishi got out of it with a strikeout and a throw out from Eric Yang over to the second baseman, Scotty Wright, on the tag. And it was very casual. It was very walk-in-the-park-esque. But it did happen. So there are 2 outs, top 6. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. A hair outside, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kanishi delivers. Hit hard to the right side. It's going to be a 2-out single. Clay Valenzuela-Reese tried to change that with a cannon to first, but Mueller beats it out.
Up to bat for Portland, Alec Layton.
Alec Layton steps in, the 9-hitter. First pitch to Layton is outside, 1-0. So Mueller is at first with a single. Just the second hit tonight for Portland. The 1-0. Lifted to shallow center field. It's going to drop. Back-to-back singles for the Pickles. Runners on first and second. Rogues Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them the most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. We like to say when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find us at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Rubino steps in with runners on first and second. Kanishi deals a strike. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Rogues on top 5-3. 5 hits for Medford here at home tonight. Hit hard to the left side, going to get off the glove of Davis DeLorfis. There's going to be a play at the plate. Throw is not in time. So the ball scoots by, and it's a 5-4 lead for the Rogues with runners on first and third for the Pickles with 2 outs.
Stepping up for Portland, second baseman Alex Henwood.
So Alex Henwood steps in. Runners on the corners. That one hit hard at Davis DeLorfis. First pitch outside to Alex Henwood. 5-4 lead for Medford, but the Pickles have runners on first and third here in the top of the 6th. Fouled away, 1-1. The 1-1. Two balls, 2 strikes to Henwood. Yang fires down to second. Not in time on the sweep tag by Bryce Tilton. Umpire calls him safe. I have to imagine that it might very well be true. We've seen a couple times this year with photo evidence that there has been no tag at second and just a tough angle. So, hey, we'll take that one. Runners on second and third. Count is 3-2, 2 outs. Rogues on top, 5-4. Kanishi delivers. The next pitch fanned over to the left side, fired to first for the out. So the Pickles will strand 2, but they got to run across. It's a 5-4 lead for Medford as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Bottom of the 6th, first pitch to Connor Lowry is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Max Jones still out there for the Portland Pickles. Lowry lifts it to right. Towards the line. The catch is made by the right fielder with almost no room to work. Nice grab by Matt Hardy out right. That robs Connor Lowry. Jones has been pretty consistent and has been living around the plate. 46 strikes, 21 balls thrown tonight. So, of course, out of 67 pitches, that's not a bad ratio. Josh Berman will step in. 1 out, no one on, bottom 6, 5-4 lead for the Rogues. First pitch, called strike. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 and Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on an all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your experience today. Berman fouls it away. The count is 0-2. Rogues fans, we are back with you tomorrow night. We flipped the location on you, though. We're going to be in Portland. The boys will hit the road tomorrow morning. Jonathan Kerman has the call tomorrow night, on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So make sure you tune in and follow your Rogues as they hit the road for a 3-game series against the Portland Pickles. First time this year that the Rogues will play in Portland. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Josh Berman. The 2-2. Hit right back to Jones, who gloves it Martin Brodeur-esque, and he tosses to first. 2 outs. Any hockey fans out there? Nice glove save
Up next,
by Max
your
Jones.
Medford Rogues second baseman,
Scotty Wright steps in. What a night
Wright.
for Scotty Wright. A double and a run scored, a 3-run home run. What's next? Jones deals the pitch. Wright hits a bunt down the third base side. And late on the throw is the third baseman, Colin Rubino, and it's a base hit for Scotty Wright. So Bryce Tilton will step in with 2 outs. And Scotty Wright over at first.
Your Rogue shortstop, Bryce Tilton.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel.
First pitch to Bryce Tilton in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike. Count 0-2. Jones is the count at 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first is Scotty Wright. A single, a double, and a home run tonight for Scotty Wright. Here's the 1-2. Tilton fouls it away. Rogues on top 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live here on MedfordRogues.com. The 1-2 from Jones. The runner is off. Scotty Wright slides in, thrown out. Nice throw from Tyler Stofield. As Bryce Tilton will lead off the 7th. But first, we go to the top half. It's 5-4 Medford on top. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Daniel Lopez steps in for the top of the 7th inning. Malik Evans is out there for the Medford Rogues, pardon me. Count is 1-1 to Daniel Lopez as Evans makes his 8th appearance of the year. 8 2/3 innings pitched, 8.30 ERA, 8 earned runs, 15 hits. 2-2 record for Evans. 7 strikeouts. Count is 2-1 for Evans in his first at-bat thrown here tonight in the top of the 7th inning. Count now 3-1. Ball 4. I'm not sure what it is, but strikes don't come easy tonight. Fans, can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window here at the ballpark because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. Runner on first, no outs. Rogues on top 5-4. Evans' fastball's upstairs, 1-0. Malik, a product of Springfield, Oregon. 6'2", 200. Junior at Campbellsville University. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside corner for a strike. 1-1, 1 out. Portland led the game 3-0 after 2. And the Rogues got 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Portland got one back in the 6th. It's a 5-4 lead. Ball hit to the left side. Flipped from short to second. And Scotty Wright dropped the baseball. They thought it was on the exchange, and Josh Hogan's going to head out there and say, you've got to be kidding me. So that was a tough one. That was a tight one there, and Josh Hogan wants an explanation, as I'm sure he will be given. As of right now, the runners are on first and second. It was Bryce Tilton flipping to Scotty Wright, and the baseball came out. They didn't call it on the exchange. And Hogan actually got warned in the first inning for, I believe it was Josh Hogan, I should not assume rather, for chirping a little bit on the strike zone. Someone was from the Rogues dugout. Now he's for the first time out there on the field tonight. And we'll have a nice slow walk back to the dugout. I think that's a obvious one to be questioned. And Malik Evans isn't happy, but it's going to be an error charge to Scotty Wright. So 2 outs. You got the ground ball, a double play ball. And this will bring up Matt Hardy. First pitch from Evans to Hardy is inside. Count is 1-0. No outs. Runners on first and second. Rogues lead 5-4. Next pitch downstairs, 2-0. Yuba City Bears on top of Lincoln in the bottom of the 7th, 8-0. The 2-0. Low and out, 3-0. Chico on top of Marysville, 3-1 in the top of the 5th. Here in Medford, a 5-4 lead for the Medford Rogues in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting for Portland, designated hitter Tate Budnick.
Walk issued by Malik Evans, and that'll be his last batter faced. Runners on every base with no outs. Pitching change coming for the Medford Rogues. Top 7. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live at MedfordRogues.com. Bobby Wood in the pitch for the Medford Rogues. Bases loaded. No outs. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Wood making his 9th appearance of the year. 11 1/3 innings pitched. 6 earned runs, 16 hits, 15 strikeouts, just 5 walks. He's 2-0. 4.76 earned run average. You know, Malik Evans got the ground ball, but 2 walks in the 7th inning. That was enough for Josh Hogan. An error by Scotty Wright. And now Portland a chance to capitalize and pounce here. Pickles have the momentum. Bases loaded. See if Bobby Wood can get the ground ball that they need with everyone fielding the baseball correctly. Of course, everything else has to fall into play as well. Brian Schnee with you here live on MedfordRogues.com. Bobby Wood, the new pitcher for the Medford Rogues, has the bases loaded. Daniel Lopez at third, Xander Clark at second, Matt Hardy at first. Tate Budnick, the designated hitter, will step in here. Budnick in the right-handed batter's box. Rogues on top 5-4. And Bobby Wood comes to a set. No outs. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Called strike. Count 0-1. Bases loaded. Corners in a little bit. Here's the 0-1. Curveball again. Called strike. Wood goes back-to-back benders. And Tate Budnick's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Count is 0-2. No outs. Wood comes to a set. And goes to the plate. Curveball in the dirt. Eric Yang keeps it in front. It's a 5-4 lead for Medford here in the top of the 7th inning. Bases loaded for the Portland Pickles with no out. Rogues 22-8 on the year. Portland 13-16. Wood deals the 1-2. Fastball ripped way out in front. Was Budnick, and he fouls it away. Count is 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded. No outs. Wood has the 2-2. The pitch. In the dirt, gets through the legs of Eric Yang, and it's going to be the tying run coming home. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Daniel Lopez trots home. Xander Clark at third. Matt Hardy at second. A 3-2 lead. Rather, a 3-2 count, tied at 5 here in the top of the 7th. No outs. The pitch from Wood. Fastball's fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're tied at 5 now. Runners on second and third. Curveball ripped down the left field line, just foul. Count remains full. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4.
Now batting, your Morton's K batter, Tyler Stofield. If Tyler gets struck out,
Tyler Stofield steps
the
in.
rest of the inning.
Runners on first, second, and third. Still no outs. The Medford Rogues. We are tied at 5. Fastball in there for a strike. The 0-1 misses, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses. Two and 1. Fouled straight back. Count is 2-2. No outs, bases loaded. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
All right, Rogues
1 out.
fans, head on down to the beer garden. $3 beers the rest of the inning, courtesy of Morton's. Griffin Mueller stepping up to the plate.
Bases loaded after the strikeout still for Stofield, so that's his second time striking out tonight. 1 away. Griffin Mueller steps in. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. One away, bases loaded. The 2-0 lifted to the right side. Braden Stutzman, who's over at first base now for the Rogues, chases it out of play. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Now the 3-1 pitch from Bobby Wood. Lifted to the right side. And it's going to go foul. Count is 3-2 with 1 out. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4.
Now batting for Portland, center fielder Alec Layton.
So Portland takes the 6-5 lead. Alec Layton steps in. Bases loaded. As Xander Clark scores. Matt Hardy at third, Tate Budnick at second, Griffin Mueller at first. Mound visit coming from Jeff Lyle. Layton is 1 for 3 tonight. Bases loaded. 6-5 lead for Portland. 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. As Layton looks at the first pitch fastball. Count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Wood hurls a fastball, called strike, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Lifted to right field. Giving chase is Valenzuela Reese. He will fire in as a run scores. (7-5) in favor of Portland now. Sacrifice fly for Layton. So Hardy scores. Budnick at second. Mueller at first. Colin Rubino steps in. Count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, up and in, 1-1. Count is 1-1. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Fastball just low and out, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Bobby Wood. Fastball called strike, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners on first and second. A 7-5 lead for Portland. After getting 3 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wood steps off. Count is full, 2 outs. Here's the 3-2. Ball 4. Bases loaded again.
Now batting for Portland.
With 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Bobby Wood on in relief for the Medford Rogues here in the 7th inning. For those of you just joining us, the Rogues were on top 5-4 after 6. And now Josh Hogan just got thrown out of the game, arguing balls and strikes as Ed Rye threw him out. You know, I got to be honest, Hoagie had a really good case. This game has been kind of horrendous in terms of back and forth consistency. So, probably long overdue for Josh Hogan. I really don't blame him, but it's a 7-5 lead for the Pickles with the bases loaded, 2 outs, 3 runs in the 7th. An ejection for Josh Hogan. Josh Hogan gets a nice round of applause from the fans as he walks down to the clubhouse, that left field line. 2 outs, bases loaded for Alex Henwood. With Bobby Wood on the mound, on in relief for Malik Evans, who started the inning. Connor Kanishi threw the 6th. Dylan Pierce went 5. Rogues trail 7-5 in the top of the 7th inning. Lots of baseball left. Been a tough inning, though. 4 walks, make it 5 walks issued by Rogues pitching here in the 7th. And granted, some strikes have been tough to come by almost all night, but still. Bases juiced for Alex Henwood. There has been no hits in this inning and 3 runs. Riddle me that. Wood deals a curveball in there for a strike. The 0-1. It's going to get through the legs of Eric Yang. Another run scores. Runners on second and third now. Rubino at second, Mueller at third. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Count now 3-1. 2 outs, runners on second and third. 4 runs in the inning for the Portland Pickles. They got an 8-5 lead. Wood deals a fastball in there for a strike. Count is 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Fouled away, and the count remains full. Bobby Wood gets a strikeout via swing and a miss 4 runs, 0 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks in the inning. And 2 strikeouts. 8-5 lead for Portland. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Plenty of time left. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Tilton leads things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rogues down 8-5. 6 hits for Medford tonight. Just 4 for Portland, and the Pickles have a 3-run lead. First pitch from Max Jones is a fastball called strike to Bryce Tilton. Count 0-1. Count is 1-1. Tilton hits it hard to the left side. Third baseman Gloves fires to first for the out. Davis DeLorfis steps in.
For your Medford Rogues, third baseman Davis DeLorfis.
First pitch to DeLorfis is up and out, 1-0. Thanks to all of you for joining us on the live chat tonight. Doug, I agree. The Rogues are kings of coming back from behind. I will 100% agree with you. Plenty of time left. Top of the 7th was a little tough. 4 runs across for Medford, for Portland, as they trail. The Rogues do now 8-5. 2-0 to DeLorfis, outside 3-0. You can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues, at Medford Rogues Baseball on Facebook. Here is the 3-0. Ball 4. DeLorfis with a 1-out walk as Clay Valenzuela-Reese will step in.
Stepping up to the plate for your Medford Rogues. Right,
runner at first is Davis DeLorfis. Alex Isola on deck. First pitch swinging, hit directly to the center fielder, Alec Lighton, for the out. So Alex Isola steps in.
Now batting your Rogues designated hitter, Alex Isola.
So DeLorfis at first, 2 outs. Isola looks at the first pitch. Low and out, 1-0. Isola hits one hard to center. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Going from first all the way to third is Davis DeLorfis. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for the Rogues in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, left fielder Johnny De La Cruz.
So Johnny De La Cruz will step in. Big time here for Johnny, 0 for 3 tonight. It was Isola's first hit of the evening. DeLorfis now 90 feet away. De La Cruz sees the first pitch inside, 1-0. Count 2-0 to Johnny De La Cruz. The pitch. Hit on the ground of the shortstop, flipped to second for the out. 2 stranded. Nothing across for the Rogues in the bottom of the 7th, 8-5 in favor of Portland. We'll go to the top of the 8th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer? That'll give you the best quality vehicle at the best price. Credit Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford, right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit them online at CraterLakeFord.com. Aaron Hutchinson out there for the Medford Rogues. Top of the 8th coming up next. Top of the 8th inning, a 1-pitch out off the bat of Daniel Lopez. He hit it to the left side. Bryce Tilton ranged to the deep part of the hole, lunged at it, stayed on his feet, made a great play across the diamond for a quick first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Off the arm of Aaron Hutchinson, who's out there for the Medford Rogues. Making his 14th appearance of the year. 19 innings pitched, 3.31 earned run average, 7 earned runs, 16 hits, 18 strikeouts for Aaron Hutchinson. So Xander Clark steps in with 1 away here in the top of the 8th. First pitch, curveball called strike. Count is 0-1. Fastball just up and out. The 1-1 from Hutchinson. Curveball in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Clark hits one to center field. Inside part of the bat, right to Connor Lowry for the out. 2 outs. At the top of the 8th inning, Rogues trailing 8-5.
Now batting for Portland, right fielder Matt Hardy.
Count 1-1 to Matt Hardy. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 hit the left field for a base hit. Hardy with a 2-out single as the Rogues trail by 3, 8-5. Here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting Portland's designated hitter Tate Budnick.
Yang fires down to second as Hardy takes off, but he steals the base. Count is 0-1. Tate Budnick stepping in. 1 away, runner in scoring position for the Portland Pickles. Next pitch outside, 1-1. The 1-1. Hit hard to left field, up and over the head of Johnny De La Cruz. Goes back to the wall. It bounces in front. A run will score. It's 9-5. Tate Budnick hits a 2-out RBI double. Hardy scores from second. 9-5 lead for Portland.
Batting next for Portland, Tyler Stofield.
Eric Yang comes out to talk to Aaron Hutchinson. The count 0-1 to Tyler Stofield after Tate Budnick hit a 2-out RBI double. That increases the Portland Pickles lead 9-5. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Hutch, just outside, 1-1. Count is 1-1. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Hit to the left side, underneath the glove. of Bryce Tilton. So again, runners on first and third for Griffin Mueller with 2 outs.
Batting for Portland, Cody Fallon.
Cody Fallon will come in. Runners on the corners. First pitch to Fallon is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Portland got the lead after 4 runs in the 7th. 1 across here with 2 outs in the 8th. Hutchinson throws over to Braden Stutzman at first. Nothing doing there with Stofield. Runners on the corners now, so Budnick at third. Hutchinson got 2 quick outs, but then a single and a double. And another single from Stofield. Count is 1-0 to Griffin Mueller. It's not exactly a score you'd expect, but in the Lincoln-Yuba City game, it is 15-0. And it's not the Lincoln Potters winning. Got to be that Sunday night crowd at Calusa Casino Stadium. How about that? 15-0 Yuba City over Lincoln. Count is 1-1, 2 outs. It's a 9-5 lead for Portland here in the top of the 8th inning. Both teams have 7 hits. Both teams, though, with errors. 4 for Portland, 3 for Medford. And this game has just started to crawl here in the 8th. It was 2 quick outs, then a single, a double, a single. The rhythm was there for Aaron Hutchinson, and then it kind of fell apart. So the count is actually 2-1 to Griffin Mueller. Stofield at first, Tate Budnick at third. Here's the 2-1 from Hutchinson in there for a strike. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we told you Yuba City and Lincoln. Chico on top of Marysville, 5-1 in the top of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Aaron Hutchinson gets a strikeout to end top of the 8th. Couple runs, though, rather a run comes across, and it's a 9-5 lead for Portland. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live at MedfordRogues.com. Eric Yang pops out to the first baseman to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Max Jones still out there for the Portland Pickles. Connor Lowry will step in.
Your Rogues center fielder.
Brian Schnee with you here tonight, live on MedfordRogues.com. Jonathan Kerman, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from Portland, Oregon. Rogues and Pickles, 3 more nights of this matchup. First pitch to Connor Lowry is a strike. I would love to know when they're going to make this a 10-team league. Here's the 0-1. Count 1-2 to Connor Lowry. 1 away. The pitch from Jones. Hit on the ground. 2 bounces to the shortstop. Fired to first by Daniel Lopez for the out. Braden Stutzman steps in. His first plate appearance tonight.
Stepping up to the plate for your Medford Rogues.
Stutz last night hit home the tying run that he himself scored the game-winning run, the eventual winning run. Steps in here with 2 outs. He will hit from the right side. Lone switch hitter on the roster for the Rogues. First pitch low and in from Jones, 1-0. Bottom of the 8th, a 9-5 lead for Portland. 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning. Stutzman pulls back on the bunt, count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, called strike. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. Stutzman hits it on the ground on the left side. It's a foul ball. Nope, they call it a fair ball. So Stutzman thought he got hit. It was bobbled by the third baseman. Picked up and fired to first. Stutzman stopped running. And Jeff Lyle's going to come over and say, what's going on there?
0 errors and 0 runners left on base.
He wants a little explanation. That's a weird way to get out of the inning.
Stop in the 9th inning. Join us at Bobbio's Pizza.
Top of the 9th coming up. Rogues trail 9-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live at MedfordRogues.com. Top of the ninth inning for the Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles here at Harry and David Field. A 9-5 lead for Portland. As Ryan Carl steps up and will take over the duties on the mound for the Medford Rogues. Making his 10th appearance of the year, 15 and a third innings pitched. 4.69 earned run average, 10 strikeouts to 6 walks. First pitch from Carl. Swung on and missed by Alec Lighton. Count is 0-1. Now 1-1. Next one dribbled foul down the right side. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit over to the shortstop. Bryce Tilton fires to first for the out. One away, top of the ninth inning.
For Portland, third baseman Colin Rubino.
Off the bat of Rubino to the right side, and it's out of play. Count is 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the ninth inning. Portland on top 9-5. Carl deals a strike. The count is 1-2. Dan Mayer and Joey Morgan, couple Rogues now working their way up the system. Recently in the MLB draft, 6 position players for the Rogues are in minor league baseball, 3 pitchers. Count is 2-2 to Colin Rubino. Hit down the right field line and foul. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 fouled away. Hit into left for a base hit. Good piece by Rubino, a 1-out single.
Now batting for Portland, second baseman Alex Henwood.
Alex Henwood steps in. A runner over on first is Rubino. Runner on, 1 out. You're in the top of the ninth for the Portland Pickles, who own the 9-5 advantage. Carl goes to the plate. Just outside, kept in front by Eric Yang. Called strike. The 2-1. Outside 3-1. Runner on first for the Pickles. Trying to stop the Rogues. And their streak, hit and run, works to fruition. Hit the center field, barehanded and fired to third by Connor Lowry. Not in time. Runners on the corners with one out here in the top of the ninth inning for the Portland Pickles. They lead 9-5. Now 9 hits on the evening for Portland. First pitch up and into Daniel Lopez, count as 1-0. Next pitch is downstairs, gets through the leg of Eric Yang, and he couldn't grab it. So a run scores, making it 10-5. It is a 10-5 lead for Portland. Runner on second. Pitch is a called strike. Count 2-1. One away. Rogues have been known for their late game magic. It'll be a lot tonight if it can happen in the bottom of the ninth inning. Here's the 2-1. Ripped to left on a line. De La Cruz stumbles but makes the catch. A low liner. Nice grab for Johnny De La Cruz in left field for out number 2. So bring up Xander Clark.
Xander Clark stepping up to the plate for Portland.
Carl deals a strike to Clark. Count is 0-1. Clark lifts one to shallow right field. Valenzuela Reese comes in and makes the catch for out number 3. Rogues trail by 5. The bottom of the ninth is coming up. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Scotty Wright leads off the bottom of the ninth against Max Jones. It is a 1-0 count. Jones deals. Fastball called strike. So Scotty Wright is 3 for 3 tonight with 3 RBI and 2 runs. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Called strike. Count is 2-2. The pitch. Wright rips one at the third baseman, and it gets past. A single for Scotty Wright. He is 4 for 4.
Rogues fans, put your hands together for your Rogues shortstop, Bryce Tilton.
Bryce Tilton will step in, and Max Jones will be done. Scotty Wright is at first, no outs. We'll continue the action here in the bottom of the ninth inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, trying to get the big comeback, trailing 10-5. We'll be back in a moment.
It's a new day, it's a new life for me.
Jaden Hanna, the pinch hitter for your Medford Rogues. Scotty Wright, 4 for 4 tonight. At first base, no outs. Rogues trail 10-5. Hannah in the left-handed batter's box. Right over at first. First pitch to Jaden Hannah from Dustin Reddish is a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Count 0-2 to Jaden Hannah. And timeout called. No outs. Runner at first is Scotty Wright. Reddish 15 in the third innings pitch, 7.63 earned run average, 20 strikeouts on the year for the right-hander for Portland. Count is 0-2. The pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hannah goes down on strikes.
Rogues fans, put your hands together for third baseman Davis DeLorfis.
Davis DeLorfis steps in with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rogues trying to chip away. Trailing 10-5. Scotty Wright at first. First pitch called strike to DeLorfis. And the count is 0-1. The 0-1. Outside in the dirt. Wright is off. And he slides in safely at second. So right now in scoring position for Davis DeLorfis at the plate. Count is 1-1 to DeLorfis. The pitch. Inside. 2-1. The 2-1. Hit right back up the middle. In for a base hit. Scotty Wright rounding third. And he scores. The Rogues trail 10-6. RBI single for Davis DeLorfis.
Rogues fans, let's hear it for your
Springs
right
Clay
fielder,
Valenzuela-Reese
Valenzuela-Reese
to the plate. Fouled away on the first pitch. Count is 0-1 with 1 out. Rogues trail 10-6. 6-game win streak on the line, as Portland has lost the last 2 nights. Big surprise of the night, Yuba City 15-0 over Lincoln. The 0-1. Valenzuela-Reese lifts it down the right field line and foul. Count is 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runner on first is Davis DeLorfis with the 0-2 count to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Brian Schnee with you here live on MedfordRogues.com. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Again, the Rogues are back in action tomorrow night. 7:05 first pitch from Walker Field in Portland against the Pickles. Here's the 0-2. Hit to the left side and through. A base hit for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The Rogues have runners on first and second with 1 out, and they trail 10-6. Alex Isola steps in, back-to-back singles for the Medford Rogues.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, designated hitter Alex Isola.
One away in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rogues trail 10-6. Runners on first and second for Alex Isola. Reddish goes to the plate. Called strike. Count is 0-1. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Johnny De La Cruz on deck. Rogues trailing 10-6. And Isola has the count at 2-1. A left-hander warming up for the Portland Pickles. Runners on first and second. The pitch. Hit up the middle. It's going to be 1 at second after the slide. Thrown the first, not in time. Runners on first and third for Johnny De La Cruz.
Rogues fans, put your hands together for Johnny De La Cruz.
So Davis DeLorfis is at third, Alex Isola at first. Johnny De La Cruz 0 for 4 today. Rogues trail 10-6. A little momentum. A couple outs here tonight. Runners on the corners. Reddish, the right-hander, comes to his set with 2 outs. The pitch. Fastball. Called strike. Count is 0-1. De La Cruz calls time. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rogues down to their final strike tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Medford trailing 10-6 in the bottom of the 9th inning. De La Cruz fouls it away. Count is 3-2. The 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Medford down 10-6 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runners on the corners. The 3-2 pitch. Lifted foul. And the count remains full. Count is 3-2. Reddish has runners on first and third. And De La Cruz at the plate. Right-hander comes set. The pitch. De La Cruz lifts it down the right field line and out of play. Long at bat here for De La Cruz, fighting it off. Here's the 3-2. Again, fouling it away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Johnny refusing to go down without a fight. Rogues have runners on the corners. They trail by 4. Already got 1 run in the inning. Remainder of the runs for Medford came early. 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 3rd. The tough inning for the Rogues was later. The 3-2, ball 4. Bases loaded for Eric Yang. And the Rogues will go with Jake Helwig. Off the bench, Jake Helwig coming in tonight to pinch hit. Big situation. Now, Jake Helwig hit a solo home run last night. That is the tying runner at the plate. And we know Jake can do it. With 1 swing of the bat if he chooses. But the Portland Pickles are going to make a change. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Rogues down 10-6. Take a quick break. We'll come on back. Bottom of the 9th. Don't go anywhere. Medford Rogues Baseball presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Back here in the bottom of the ninth inning, Jake Helwig at the plate. Sam Mushkat, the left-hander, is out there for the Portland Pickles. Bases loaded. Helwig with 2 outs. First pitch. Hits one in the air behind home plate. A little room for the catcher. He makes the catch. The ball game is over. 1 pitch, 1 out for Mushkat. As the Rogues strand the bases loaded. Medford has their 6-game winning streak snapped, falling to now 22-9. Portland improves to 13-17. These two teams meet each other tomorrow night. 7:05 first pitch in Portland. You'll hear that game in its entirety live on MedfordRogues.com. We'll keep things here for a couple minutes to break this one down. Scotty Wright, no doubt about it, your player of the game for a 4-hit performance. 3 RBI, 3 runs scored, including a 3-run home run, his first long ball of the year. Dylan Pierce got the start, went 5 innings. The Rogues used a total of 6 pitchers tonight. Connor Kanishi, Malik Evans, Bobby Wood, Aaron Hutchinson, and Ryan Carl, all coming in relief for the Medford Rogues. Ultimately, was 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning for Portland. It was a combination of about 5 walks in that inning alone, which allowed Portland just to kind of stand there and trot on in. It wasn't really much of a hard-hit baseball situation for Portland. Just didn't go their way tonight for the Rogues. But again, back at it tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, taking on the Pickles in Portland. Jonathan Kerman has the call. Join him live on MedfordRogues.com for the 6:55 pregame show, 7:05 first pitch. Again, your final score tonight, Portland Pickles 10, Medford Rogues 6. Medford still in first place, still in control of the Great West League standings. Rogues are back in action at home on Friday night and on Saturday night with 2 games against the Lincoln Potters. For everyone here at Harry and David Field, including producer and reporter Jonathan Kerman, my name is Brian Schnee saying so long. Have a great night. Rogues are on the road tomorrow through Wednesday, back home on Friday. Have a great evening.
Rogue Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.